What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to a brand new video. Golden Hashira here. And today we are actually going to be reviewing chapter 2 of the Hunters Guild Red Hood. Now, like I said, this chapter literally came out yesterday, so I actually went ahead and read it a bit earlier because I didn't read it yesterday since it was the 4th of July and I was just chilling pretty much. So yeah, so without any further ado, if you all enjoyed this video, please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. And don't forget to join the Discord. The link will be in the description below. And also there is I know I mentioned this in the comments on the last video, but just in case people didn't see it, there's like a weird glitch going on YouTube where I can basically, I get notifications that I receive comments on like specific videos, but I can't respond to them for some weird reason. So that is unfortunate. So if you all really do want to get in contact with me, then just join my Discord, and I will definitely be able to see what you all say and respond to you. So yeah, let's begin with chapter 2 of the Hunters Guild. I also forgot to mention that you might want to look at the previous chapter before this, so I'll leave the link for that video somewhere in the corner. And yeah, so we continue where we left off last when Grimm asks Velu if he wants to become a hunter. Then we get a small recap of how no one knows the true origins of where the werewolves came from. And then Grimm tries to convince him that the Hunters Guild can pretty much use anybody, no matter if they're old or young. But Velu doesn't seem to be convinced. And he tells Grimm that he can't go with her because his main concerns lie with basically protecting the hamlet. And she tells him that the guild has a secret plan to deal with the werewolves, but she can't discuss the plan with them yet. And that may have something to do with him not being a hunter yet. So I guess we may see that next chapter or the next few chapters or something like that. So Velu questions Grimm, starting with basically like who would protect the village with the mayor now dead. So he would like to take the mayor's place in doing so. And then also he still wants answers as to how Grimm was able to transform herself into an adult. So as it stood, Velu didn't trust Grimm at the moment, but she had a plan to convince Velu to join the Hunters Guild. So she then tells Velu if she can assure the safety of the village, then he won't have a choice but to become a hunter as she is. And then she also tells him to keep a hold of the mayor's axe because she knew that it was precious to him. Okay, so we are now introduced to two new werewolves, Dodo and Neroya. Dodo actually looks like a typical werewolf, while his brother, on the other hand, not so much. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing, because like I said in a previous video, it's cool to see like a different take on werewolves and how they don't actually look like your typical cartoony werewolves. I think that's pretty good. And they wanted to take over the other werewolves' territory, and the other werewolf was, remember, the mayor's wife. So the villagers are distracted, thinking that they are safe, and the werewolves come up with a plan and head towards the village. So one of the villagers stood upon a bell tower to notify the others whenever werewolves approach the village. And he then sees one werewolf running towards the same direction as the village. So he alarms everyone in the village by ringing the bell. So as a result, all of the villagers manage to hide away in the meeting house. And I believe, what was it? Yeah, one of the werewolves, Dodo, disguised himself as a human as he awaited to continue with his plan. So Grimm arrives and asks the villager atop of the bell tower if she can borrow the bell. And this is literally one of the best moments of this chapter, where she jumped off of the bell tower, smacking Neroya in the head. And that's all we see of him for the rest of this chapter. I kind of doubt he's dead. I'm pretty sure we might see him next chapter, given the circumstances. So Dodo thought he was safe because no one seemed to notice him, but Velu was patrolling the meeting house with a double-barrel shotgun in his hand. And Velu managed to patrol. I mean, he did patrol. He managed to basically point out the imposter or whatever. And the reason he was able to do this because he knew each and every person from the village because he was basically raised by the village and the mayor. And like an unfamiliar face would make anybody suspicious or whatever. So we cut back in time to a bit before the werewolves invaded the village, and Grimm talked with Velu about how there were two werewolves watching them in the distance, but they needed to play along to pretend that they didn't notice them. And then she tells Velu how other werewolves would be waiting whenever a werewolf was killed so they can basically take over their territory. And Velu, I just feel like he's a really cool and calm character, honestly. And he doesn't need to rely on anyone else to accomplish anything, unlike some characters from other mangas, My Hero. But I didn't come here to talk about that today, so don't worry about that. So that's all we have for this chapter. I cannot wait till next week when chapter 3 arrives. And oh man, this plot is so good. And I really love the characters as well. So yeah. Hope you all have enjoyed this video, and if so, please don't forget to hit that like button and also subscribe. Like I said, join my Discord because I guess we can't have a conversation in the YouTube comments for now because that glitch is still going on. So yeah. Anyway, peace out everybody. Golden Hashira out. I'll see you all in the next video.